Journey with us into the heart of West Africa to uncover Mali's most incredible archaeological discoveries. From the legendary city of Timbuktu and its ancient libraries of wisdom to the awe-inspiring Great Mosque of Djenné, the largest mud brick structure on Earth. We'll explore the prehistoric rock art of the Sahara, the mysterious cliff dwellings of the Dogon, and the sunken royal canoes of the Niger River. See the monumental tomb of an emperor, the iron forges of forgotten kingdoms, and the stone circles older than history itself. This is the story of empires, gold, salt, and scholarship written in the sand and stone of Mali. Mali's most incredible archaeological discoveries. The city of Djenné, meaning ancient Djenné, is one of the most significant archaeological discoveries in West Africa. Located just a few kilometers from the famous later city of Djenné, this tell, or mound formed by centuries of habitation, revealed a history of continuous occupation dating from around 250 before Common Era to around 1400 Common Era, fundamentally altering our understanding of urban development in the region. Excavations led by Roderick and Susan McIntosh in the 1970s and 80s uncovered a sophisticated pre-Islamic urban center that flourished long before the trans-Saharan trade reached its peak. The site yielded a stunning array of artifacts, including finely crafted terracotta statues depicting human figures and animals, intricate jewelry, and iron tools, demonstrating a high level of artistic and technological skill. Most remarkably, the city was surrounded by a massive wall indicating a need for defense and a high degree of social organization. The discovery of imported goods like copper and stone from faraway regions proved Djenné was part of extensive early trade networks. Its rise as an independent urban complex without initial influence from the Mediterranean or the Arab world provided crucial evidence that complex societies and cities developed indigenously in the inland Niger Delta, making it a cornerstone for understanding the deep history of West African civilization before the era of the great empires.
The Great Mosque of Djenné is the largest earthen or adobe building in the world and an iconic masterpiece of Sudano-Sahelian architecture. While the current structure dates from 1907, it is the latest incarnation of a mosque that has stood on the site since the 13th century Common Era, when the ruler of Djenné, Khoi Khanboro, converted to Islam and built the first mosque. The building is constructed entirely from sun-baked mud bricks, a plaster of sand and earth, and is reinforced with wooden palmwood beams called toron that protrude from the surface, serving both as scaffolding for the annual repairs and as a stunning decorative element. The mosque dominates the city's large central market square, its three massive minarets and series of pilasters creating a rhythmic, awe-inspiring facade. The structure is a living monument central to the community's life. Each year before the rainy season, the entire city participates in a festive crépissage, or replastering, ceremony where a fresh layer of mud plaster is applied, ensuring the building's preservation and renewing its spiritual and physical connection to the people. This continuous cycle of maintenance embodies a unique tradition of communal heritage. As the heart of the historic city of Djenné, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the mosque symbolizes the profound adaptation of Islam to local materials and cultural traditions in West Africa. The tomb of Askia in Gao is a striking 17-meter-high pyramidal structure built from mud bricks and wood, serving as the final resting place of Askia Muhammad I, the powerful emperor of the Songhai Empire in the late 15th and early 16th centuries Common Era. Constructed around 1495 Common Era, the tomb is said to be the work of Islamic architects from Egypt or Spain, reflecting the empire's vast connections across the Sahara. It consists of a pyramidal tower, two flat-roofed mosques, a cemetery, and an assembly ground, all surrounded by a wall. The tomb is not just a burial site, but an early and exceptional example of the monumental mud architecture of the Sahel. According to local tradition, Askia Muhammad, after his pilgrimage to Mecca, wanted to build a structure that would symbolize his devotion and his empire's grandeur, leading to this unique architectural fusion. The site remains an active place of worship and a powerful symbol of Gao's history as the capital of the Songhai Empire. Its preservation is challenging due to the fragile nature of its materials, but it stands as a testament to the empire's wealth, religious fervor, and architectural innovation, recognized globally as a UNESCO World Heritage Site that continues to dominate the skyline of modern Gao. The cliff of Bandiagara, land of the Dogon. The Bandiagara escarpment, a vast geological fault line stretching over 150 kilometers, is not only a breathtaking natural landscape, but also one of Africa's most archaeologically and ethnologically rich areas. Inhabited for centuries, its most famous residents are the Dogon people, who settled there between the 14th and 15th century Common Era, but the cliffs hold a much older secret. They were originally home to the Telem and Toloi peoples, whose traces date back to the 3rd century before Common Era.
The cliffs are dotted with hundreds of ancient dwellings, granaries, altars, and communal meeting places carved directly into the sandstone or built from mud on the cliff faces. These structures, often perched in seemingly inaccessible locations, were likely defensive refuges. Archaeologists have found remarkable tellem artifacts in caves, including intricate wooden sculptures, textiles, and baskets, preserved for centuries by the dry desert air. The Dogon, with their profound cosmological knowledge and rich artistic traditions, later adapted and expanded these sites. The entire landscape, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, represents a layered palimpsest of human adaptation, where architecture, agriculture, and social organization are intricately tied to the natural environment, preserving a continuous cultural history spanning over 2 millennia. The ancient city of Timbuktu, the legendary city of 333 saints, is an archaeological and historical site of global significance, synonymous with the golden age of West African scholarship and the trans-Saharan trade. Founded around the 11th century Common Era by Tuareg nomads as a seasonal camp, it grew into a major trading hub for salt, gold, ivory, and slaves by the 14th century under the Mali Empire. Its true glory, however, lay in its intellectual and spiritual life. In the 15th and 16th centuries Common Era, under the Songhai Empire, Timbuktu became a world-renowned center of Islamic learning, home to the Sankore, Niger River, and Sidi Yahya universities or mosques. These institutions attracted scholars from across the Muslim world and produced an immense corpus of manuscripts covering astronomy, medicine, law, poetry, and history. The city's private libraries hold hundreds of thousands of these precious manuscripts, written in Arabic and local languages like Songhai and Tamashek, representing one of the most important collections of pre-modern African literature. The earthen architecture of its great mosques, particularly the Niger River Mosque built by the architect Ishak al-Tuijin for Emperor Mansa Musa in 1327 Common Era, defines its unique urban fabric. Despite modern threats, Timbuktu endures as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a symbol of Africa's rich intellectual heritage that challenges outdated narratives of the continent's history. The stone circles of Wasu, located in the western part of Mali near the border with Senegal and the Gambia. The stone circles of Wasu are part of a larger transborder megalithic complex. These sites consist of circles of laterite stone pillars meticulously shaped into cylindrical or sometimes polygonal forms erected over graves. Dating from between the 8th and 12th centuries Common Era, the circles range in size, with some stones standing over 2 meters tall. The precision with which these stones were cut and arranged indicates a highly organized society with sophisticated stoneworking skills and shared religious or ceremonial beliefs about death and the afterlife. The Wasu circles, along with those in neighboring countries, are often associated with the Serer people or earlier unknown societies. Excavations have revealed human burials with iron tools, pottery, and other grave goods within the circles. The sheer scale of the phenomenon, thousands of circles spread over a wide area, suggests a dense population and a complex social structure that lasted for centuries. As a UNESCO World Heritage Site shared across borders, these silent, enigmatic monuments represent one of the most extensive and least understood megalithic constructions in the world, predating the arrival of Islam in the region and speaking to a profound pre-Islamic cultural unity. The medieval city of Gao-Sene, just a few kilometers from the modern city of Gao, lies the archaeological site of Gao-Sene, or Gao-Sane, believed to be the original commercial and industrial quarter of the ancient city of Gao, the capital of the Songhai Empire. Excavations have revealed a major urban settlement that flourished between the 9th and 13th centuries Common Era, predating the empire's peak. The site contained the remains of a large Muslim cemetery with beautiful stelae, or grave markers, inscribed in Arabic, some dating to the 11th and 12th centuries Common Era, indicating an early and established Islamic community. Archaeologists also found evidence of extensive iron and copper working, glass bead making, and pottery production, showing it was a center of craft specialization. Most strikingly, the discovery of countless fragments of imported glazed ceramics from North Africa and even China, along with glassware and coins, including an Almoravid gold dinar, provided tangible proof of Gao's deep integration into the medieval trans-Saharan trade network. Gao-Sene represents the prosperous mercantile foundation upon which the later imperial Songhai capital was built, revealing a city already of great wealth and cosmopolitan character centuries before it became an imperial powerhouse. The manuscript libraries of Timbuktu. While Timbuktu itself is a renowned site, its most incredible archaeological discovery in the modern era is the vast, hidden corpus of hundreds of thousands of ancient manuscripts held in private family libraries across the city. These texts, dating from the 13th to the 19th centuries Common Era, survived centuries of conflict, climate, and obscurity. Written primarily in Arabic, but also in local languages using Arabic script, Ajami, they cover an astonishing range of subjects, Islamic theology and law, of course, but also advanced mathematics, astronomy, medicine, poetry, philosophy, history, and commercial records. Their existence fundamentally disproved the colonial myth that Africa had no written history. The heroic efforts of librarians and families to protect these manuscripts during periods of crisis, including recently hiding them in desert caves or secret rooms to save them from destruction, is a modern archaeological and cultural rescue saga of the highest order. Collections like the Mama Haidara Library and the Ahmed Baba Institute house these treasures, which are now being painstakingly conserved, digitized, and studied. They're not just old books, they're the written intellectual soul of pre-colonial West Africa, offering an unparalleled window into the sophisticated minds that once made Timbuktu a global center of learning. The Telem Cave Burials. In the steep cliffs of the Bandiagara Escarpment, the caves once inhabited by the Telem people circa 11th to 15th centuries Common Era have yielded some of Africa's most extraordinary and well-preserved organic artifacts. The Telem used these high, dry caves as burial sites, and the arid conditions created a natural time capsule. Archaeologists and ethnographers like Marcel Griol and later teams discovered hundreds of mummified human remains wrapped in cloth and laid to rest alongside a stunning array of grave goods. These included intricately woven textiles and baskets, wooden headrests, jewelry made from beads and metal, and most famously, large wooden statues often depicting stylized human figures with raised arms, possibly as gestures of prayer or supplication. These artifacts, free from the decay that would occur elsewhere, provide an incredibly detailed picture of Telem material culture, spiritual beliefs, and mortuary practices. The caves represent a direct archaeological link to the people who preceded the Dogon in this dramatic landscape, offering a tangible and poignant connection to their world. The bronze figurines of the inland Niger Delta. Archaeological sites across the inland Niger Delta, including Djenné, have yielded a small but stunning collection of bronze figurines created using the lost wax casting technique. These artworks, dating from between the 13th and 16th centuries Common Era, depict humans and animals with remarkable naturalism and detail. Human figures are shown in various poses, often with elaborate hairstyles, jewelry, and clothing, likely representing ancestors, deities, or notable individuals. The presence of bronze, an alloy of copper and tin, is itself significant, as both metals had to be imported over long distances via trans-Saharan trade, indicating the wealth and connections of the Delta's city-states. The technical sophistication of the casting rivals that of the more famous Benin bronzes. These figurines challenge the notion that the terracotta tradition of Djenné was the only major sculptural form, revealing a parallel tradition in precious metal that spoke to the elite's power, spiritual beliefs, and aesthetic refinement during the region's golden age. The ancient granaries of the Dogon, the cliffs of Bandiagara, are studded with countless small square structures built from mud or nestled in natural rock cavities. These are the ancient granaries of the Dogon, and before them, the Telem people. Some are individual family granaries, while others are large communal storage buildings. Their elevated, often cliff-faced locations served multiple purposes, protecting the year's harvest of millet, sorghum, and other grains from rodents and moisture, and providing security in times of conflict. The granaries are architectural marvels of adaptation, featuring intricate doors with complex wooden locks symbolizing family identity and wealth. The sheer number and inaccessibility of some granaries speak to the agricultural productivity and the paramount importance of food security in this demanding environment. They are not just storage units, but a fundamental element of social and economic organization, representing the community's collective labor and its resilience in the face of a challenging climate. The Mosque of Mopti, known as the Komogwel Mosque, the Great Mosque of Mopti is a 19th century Common Era architectural gem that represents the living continuation of the Sudano-Sahelian building tradition. Constructed between 1933 and 1935 on the site of an earlier mosque, it embodies all the classic features: earthen construction, protruding Toron beams, and tall tapered minarets. Its location at the confluence of the Niger and Bani rivers in Mali's main port city makes it a focal point of community life. While not as ancient as Djenné's mosque, it is a vital piece of cultural heritage that demonstrates the persistence and adaptability of this unique architectural style into the modern era. Its maintenance through annual replastering ceremonies keeps traditional building knowledge alive, making it an active archaeological site in the sense that its construction and preservation are an ongoing cultural practice directly descended from medieval techniques. And that's our journey through Mali's incredible archaeological wonders. These sites are more than just ruins. They're the living memory of empires, innovation, and art written into the very earth. If you were amazed by Mali's ancient secrets, smash that like button and subscribe for more explorations into the world's greatest archaeological discoveries. Let us know in the comments, which site would you visit first? Timbuktu, the Great Mosque, or the cliffs of the Dogon? Until next time, keep exploring. History is waiting.
Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.